Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from Reason Together TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time and wherever you are watching me from. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. This case that you are about to watch is a case of marriage infidelity. Please stay tuned while we interview the complainant and also the defendant for peaceful resolution. Please comment, share, and like. Share to your friends and family. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed and bye for now. Ciao.
All right, Mr. Jude, how are you? Use the mic, please.
I'm fine, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear you out. Why did you come here to complain about her? Let's hear you. Let's hear your complaint.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm here because of my wife, because of her characters, her recently behaviors. Well, number one, I met her in the street. In the street, I'm a stylist barber at the cement bus stops, Ikeja, Lagos. When I met her, she she had a misunderstanding with her ex-boyfriend, and when we started our relationship, she told me that she had break up with her ex-boyfriend. Still, she allowed her boyfriend to stay in her house, in her room. The room she used her own money rented. From there, she used to came to my shop and charge her phone, and from there she started having feelings for me.
Concentrate and use the mic.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. So she said from there we started our relationship, and she started having feelings for me. She said I'm a nice guy, this and that, blah blah blah. Well, I remember a day she was going out in the night because she used to go to the club every night. So one night she was about going out and she came to my shop. I remember that day. I have the picture on my phone. We snapped a picture together that day. I even used my scissors to cut her wig she wear that day to short in a capture. But I helped her and cut it. She was very happy that day, that night. She said, "Oh, I don't know you were very nice like this. Well, I like you, but to me, I don't have any feelings that much because I have a lot of girls. Because all my customers, all of them, they are some of them they are males. Because I do dreadlock for them. I do piercing for them. Most of them, they are runs girls. They came to my shop. I work for them. I collect money. So when we started our relationship, she's acting as a good girl. I said, okay, well, it's like, well, just let me use this opportunity and follow this girl. I don't even have any girlfriend. Girls many, but I don't have single girlfriend. I have ever dated anyone in my life except her. But when we
So she
started
met
this,
you as a virgin.
ma,
She met you as a virgin.
I'm not saying that I'm a virgin, ma'am. But the time I met a lady that year it was 2013. Since then, I don't have any relationship with any ladies or anybody. Since then, I told her she no dey believe me when we started. I said, she if she no go lie, she sef know that she's the one teach me how to even do all this kind having sex, this and that. So from there we started, and number one for the first place in the night she's going to the club. She asked me to escort her, so I don't have choice. I need to follow her, see her off. So when I'm going, it's like her ex-boyfriend is in the street, seeing me and her, and they were tracing me to come and attack me in a
at the Odilekere bus stop. So the guy came to me that day. They found me that day. Even till now, say, this is my hand. We still like this. You see, they pay me till now. I used to tell her. From there, she say, blah blah blah. She's not dating him again. She have dating him again, but she's no more dating. She's no more doing it again. The guy try to avoid her, this and that. So people gather and ask her a question, ask me a question, ask the guy a question. When she talk, people started blaming the guy that but the guy is saying that she's no more doing it. So why are you disturbing her? Why are you stressing her? Why are you frustrating her life? Let her go. Let us follow her choice. So everybody blamed the guy. Second day in the morning, in front of my shop, the guy came again. They attacked me again. I remember I hold a plate in hand like this. I will plate. I hold it. Now I wanted to use them to buy food. So when the guy, I just from nowhere, I just see the blow come from my back. The guy just blow me from back. I didn't even expect it. When I look back, I saw him. I said, but they have settled this case yesterday night. So what happened again? Because I'm not understanding again. At the time, I started afraid that I don't want something will go cost me to this and that. And last, the guy still carry my case, go to the court. I hear people. So from there, from Oshodi number one call cement, come. Then when Oshodi call cement, they gather. I was in my shop on a Saturday like this. Three people came to me that they were looking for me, that I should come. I was like, what's happening? So, person like me, I don't fear. Because I know say if there's any problem, I know God will solve it for me. That's who I am. I leave my shop and I follow those three guys. I can never forget it. So when I follow them, the place they took me to, they call it.
What is the issue? Why are you here? That is the question.
Okay.
Let's go straight to the point.
Okay. When I'm here is she's saying that she's no more doing it. That she wanted us to separate, that she's no more doing this and that. She want to live free life. She want to go and stay alone and start her life, that she don't need man in her life. She don't want to get married. But I was asking her, why did you took me to your place for the first place? When you know that you don't want any man in your life, you don't want man in your life, why did you took me to your village?
Village, where is our village?
Port Harcourt. Mm, I can't. What's the village name? River State, Port Harcourt. Your village, the village name Gongon. Ndoki, yes, Ndoki community man. That's the village.
You went there to do what?
I went there to introduce myself as their doctor, boyfriend, or was husband indeed, husband to be. So she took me there. Before I would go there, is because she's already have belle, as in get pregnant for me. And when she told me, I asked her about that, because they say Igbo people, if their doctor get belle for you and you know go to see their parents, this and that, if they give birth to the child, that the child will be bearing their surname, this and that. Because of that, I need to go to her village to see her people. So I went there. I spent 5 days there. We do a lot of things, open it this, open it that. I forgot to bring the list, come here. The list is in my shop also.
You paid the list or you just collected?
I paid. If I don't pay, they won't give me, man.
How much did you pay?
25,000, man.
Okay.
Yes, before they be able to hand the list to me that, okay, this person is our doctors and our sisters boyfriend and husband to be. I collected the list. Even there are some things that I did, they already marked them in the list.
No, the list, you collected the list 25,000.
Yes.
Have you or be the list they give to you what you paid for the list is 25?
No, to collect the list,
25.
25,000.
Okay, did you give them, did you buy those things for them?
Yes.
You bought those things?
Everything they order for it. The one we can't afford it, I pay for the money.
Which is the total is how much?
Is in the list. I forgot to bring the list. Yesterday when I went home, I checked. I say, if I'm coming here today, I will bring the list so that you could be able to see the list also.
Since you don't forget the list, go ahead with the one you did not forget.
Okay, so from there, they called her, they asked her, do you love her? Do you love him? She said yes. They asked her a question. All her brothers, everybody asked her a question. Even her mom, everybody asked her a question. She said yes, this is the person she want to get married to. Fine. We come out there, we come home. Last year, when she gave birth, I started seeing some things, some secret things,
Like what?
like when she's still going out, you know, when she's still going out, she said there is a man named Emeka. So through that Emeka, from there, now the issue started.
Okay.
I saw a chat on a WhatsApp, on a WhatsApp. So the chat, between the chat, she and Mr. Emeka, she used the man name as Mr. Emeka Abuja. The man used to sell laptop. She used to supply laptop. She came to try go any state. So anytime the man came to Lagos, she said she's the one used to give the man girl. Anytime the man came to Lagos, she carry girl go give to the man. And the man, and she said that the day this thing happened between she and Mr. Emeka, that this thing, blah, blah, blah. After she gave birth, she from there now started seeing the secret. She was the one even asking Mr. Emeka, ah, hope your condom did not break tear the day you slept, you have sex with me.
You have the chat?
I have some on my phone, man. But when
Now, sit down.
when I discuss about that with her in the midnight, I wake her up. I say, who is Emeka? And what relationship is between two of you? My pastor is aware. I send it. I screenshot everything. I send to my pastor. This is my pastor, doctor here. She's also a pastor. So, so when I read the chat, I was like, dude, it's like you don't need to tell yourself, oh,
Go ahead.
you're done yourself. Oh. I was like, what's happening? I need to wake her up and ask her a question. For the first place, she's like, what happened now? Leave me alone. You know, I'm tired now. This and that, all this kind of thing, man. But I don't care. I try to wake her to ask her a question about that test. I said, who is Mr. Emeka? She say, what happened? I say, who is Mr. Emeka? And what relation is between two of you? I want to know. I wake up 3 o'clock midnight. Last, she wake up and sit down. We talk, and she confessed to me that this is what happened. That the day Mr. Emeka came to Lagos, she called her that she need a girl. She should bring a girl come to him in his hotel. So when she went there, Mr. Emeka, after the Mr. Emeka have sex after with the girl, the girl sleep off this and that, and Mr. Emeka bought her a red wine. Man, he said Mr. Emeka bought her a red wine. That after she drank, she finished the red wine, the drink was intoxicated her. From there, Mr. Emeka slept with her. That's how the thing happened. But what is the question she is asking Mr. Emeka is, are you sure that your condom is not break or tear? That she wants after she gave birth. So from there, I say, well, okay, no problem. But who is the father of the baby? She say, I'm the one. I'm the father of the baby. I say, okay, no problem. Because I don't take something seriously that way. So I follow her talk, we talk together, and I told her, I say, well, I forgive you. But on one condition, from today, I don't want anything from you and that Mr. Emeka, because Mr. Emeka was dragging with her about my son, that if she find out that if the son is his son, that he will come for me, he will come and arrest me and collected his son if the son was his own. So I say, all all this chat. I don't understand. Just tell me the truth. Who is the father of the baby? She said, I'm the one. I said, that one don't even clear myself. So I don't need to talk too much. So I close that chat. I say, I forgive you. Once you don't accept that so thing happen, I forgive you. But who is the father of the baby? I'm the one. That only that one don't make me to forgive her. But on one condition, I don't want to see you calling the man or the man calling you this and that. That issue, if my pastor was involved, I am very sure this is my pastor's daughter. She's also a pastor. She's aware of this case also later. So my pastor settled the case. My pastor also called the man who called Emeka, who named Emeka that same day, talk to him. When my pastor called him, he picked the call and said hello. When he heard that my pastor is going to complain about this, and he cutted the call from my pastor. My pastor said, my pastor told her that from today, I don't want to hear anything from you and Emeka again after this. But still, she insists. She said no, because she don't know the man before she know me. That she's not going to stop talking to him, because the man used to help her. The man used to give her money for rent house. The man is nice, this and that. I say, but you are with me now. I don't want it. Stop everything you are doing with Mr. Emeka before. Now, me and you, we are gathering. We did together now. Don't forget. You see me before you come to me. You see me before you come to me. From today, I don't get money. As you said that Mr. Emeka is a millionaire. But anything you ask, I will give you. Don't worry. I don't want to say anything with you, between you and Mr. Emeka. She's still okay. But still, she still do agree that she not go agree. This and that. That part go. From there, last year, she traveled to Port Harcourt when that issue happened. I called one of her senior sister. I explained this issue to give her sister. From there, my wife started problem that she's no more doing it, because I carry her matter, tell her sister. Even my pastor, I call the first call. But when she say, why I go carry my matter, go meet my pastor, I say, if I don't carry my matter, go meet my pastor, who else again? I say, no problem. I go ask this matter where you don't want us to settle it. I will sit down some of my friends. So that matter just go like that. I go see, she and Mr. Emeka still they relate. From there, her sister talked to her. She even quarreled with her sister. She not agree with any of them. But they say I should calm down. They will call the Mr. Emeka, they will talk to her, they will talk to him, make him stop calling her this and that, blah, blah. That one don't go. So last year, after she gave birth, she still travel again. When my mother came back for Omugo, my mother wanted to spend a lot of months here. But when my mother see her character, my mother was asking me that, why is my wife behaving like this? I don't even tell my mother anything about me. So I know what's happening. I just cover everything. I just leave everything just like that. My mother don't know what's happening. Because of that, my mother need to travel, go back. That I don't know where you guys met yourself. So I know if they saw these kind of things. My mother need to go back after 3 weeks. I don't even tell my today. I don't tell my mother what happened. That one go. There's a guy called Francis. That one now to just short the story short or small. Since that last year, what this thing happened between me and between she and Mr. Emeka, she's never doing it because I've seen a secret between her and Mr. Emeka. I said, okay, fine, no problem. That she's not doing it. She's the one asking me to separate. She's the one asking how are we going to separate, that she's not doing it. She's starving me for sex. She's not allowing me to have sex with her anymore. Anytime I feel like man got to do something, I don't have a girlfriend. All the girls that have around, she's the one to chase all of them away. She still doing this one. She say, I'm dating, I'm fucking, I'm having sex with her, which is a lie. I don't have any single girlfriend. Everyone know me, it's meant. Both housewife, girls, ladies, everybody know me as a baba, as a locality. Everybody was Some people could ask me, say, this a woman, why is she behaving like this? She could chase customer away from you, which is true. So from there, I was like, well, no problem. She traveled after she gave birth finish. She traveled to Port Harcourt. She wanted us to start work. She said she don't like the way she dey collect money from me, that she wanted to do her own work, which she will receive money. She don't want to disturb me all the day. I say, you don't need, but anything you need, I do for you now. So what do you want again? Her brother, her senior brother called me that am I aware of my wife that she's going to do this thing. She want to do work. She want to be doing work, this and that, blah blah. I say, yes. So she told me, and I say yes, because I love her so much. Anything she asks me, yes, 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 yes. That yes, yes, yes. Where they do want turn me to mumu. She want come the command me. She want turn to husband against me. No, it's not me marry her. She's want marry me. So the matter come tell me. I call her senior sister. I explain this matter, gave her. I call her senior brother. Her senior brother advised me that they will follow her up. Still, she no want to change. That if he's the one, he will not allow me to allow her to work, because my pikin never reach 1 year. He said at least I should wait till once my pikin pass 1 year, I fit allow her to start work. That's why they no allow her to start work in Port Harcourt. Then they need to pursue her comot for Port Harcourt, come back and meet me. When she came back, she told me, I said, no problem, no worry, we go dey do am here. If you ask me, I go just dey lie for them because I love her. Can you imagine? Someone that you love and she no love you is a bad thing. Very bad. So when she came back, she follow me talk, say she wan go look for work, that we should put my son in a daycare. I say no problem, money is not the issue. He's my son, he's my son. I will be able to provide anything his needs. And I'm the one paying his school fees. Anything, I'm the one doing it. I don't care. Before they give birth to my son, everything she asked me to buy, I buy everything because I love her, and I love my son also. So from there, she started going out to look for a job to do. So finally, God help her, and she see a work where she's working till date as an secretary work in the office. All these people who do camera, drone, all these things. She's there. She's the secretary of the office. All this kind of thing. This is the work she's doing now. So when she started the work, from beginning, she said they used to close around 6. So from the beginning, she used to come home early, usually. She told me that they close around 6. So before 7, she don't, sometimes after 6, she don't reach home. After 3 weeks, after a month, her movement change. Person wey dey come home early hour, she begin to dey come home late hour. That they don change the time that she will be closing. Sometime after 9, sometime to 9. Even yesterday she came back around after 8. I didn't even follow her talk anything. It's okay. I said fine. A month ago, a guy, she even took the guy to my shop, and two of them, she no know that I already saw a guy from far place with her. When they near my shop, she told the guy to go away. She come branch, but me, I don't already see the guy. Me and one of my guy, we can't call the guy. That day, sef, I still remember. We told the guy to even buy drink for us. We collected 500 from the guy, buy seaman, no knowing that that's my baby mama's new boyfriend, which is our colleague. So from there, second morning, before she go to the work, to the office, I asked her to give me that guy numbers to just appreciate what he did to us yesterday. I just want to appreciate the guy, not knowing that she's already give the guy my number. The guy chatted me on WhatsApp.
Hello, excuse me. Sit comfortable. I'll stop chewing that. Sorry.
The guy chatted me on WhatsApp, blah blah, this and that. She not knowing that the guy was chatting me on WhatsApp. The guy was telling me he was asking me about her, that she want to know because they were dating, even though they don't go. He took the girl out for a date, that they went to a bar and drink, have some conversation. She told him a lot of things about me, that she only gave birth to me, that I'm not yet married to her, that I'm not yet paid her bride price, that I don't have any right to stop her from anything she's doing. Ma, as I'm talking to you right now, her father called me today, this morning, asked me whether she don't change. I say, sir, no. You were here this morning when I'm, yes, when I'm talking to her father. That is her father I'm talking to. Yes, that time. I told her father that she's no response, she's no ready to stay with me, that she has a man. So that guy, that same guy, will be only the guy will be calling her early in the morning, in the night, late hour in the night, midnight, the guy will be calling her, disturbing her. I say, Omo, what's happening? I don't understand again. He say, Omo, the guy is just nice, Jare. He just like to hear my voice. As a man now, if I hear all this kind of thing, my head go dey swell up. Wetin dey happen? Shall be my money, abi? Oh, mo sha jefo now, mo gba. So what's happening? I mean, maybe she using calamanta on me. But that's why I make, as in, I don't dey talk. Anything she dey do before, when she's still staying with me, she go to the club every night. But I say one day she will stop. Once she get pregnant, once she get belle, that goes. I no even can tell all this thing to anything, because I know say I never go see her parents. Once I go, in my mind, I was thinking as if I go to see her, if I go see her parents, she will change. No knowing that she's pretending. So that guy will be disturbing her. Anytime the guy call her midnight, I will try to collect the phone from her, and she go follow me the drag. From there, she will shout. She no go call the call. She will tell the guy that I'm beating her, that I'm maltreating her. The guy called me a night, midnight, late hour, midnight, around to 12. The guy was telling me that, Jude, why are you disturbing my babe? She's my baby, leave her. She said she's no more doing it again. We are dating, I'm dating her. But when I asked my wife, she said, na lie, that they are not dating. And the guy she don't know that the guy was chatting me on WhatsApp. Later, she go tell the guy to delete every chat the guy chatted with me on WhatsApp. Before I check, I just say, all the chats me and the guy chat, everything don't disappear. The guy don't deleted everything on my WhatsApp. She's the one told the guy. Even about Emeka, the same thing. I still have some chat on my phone here, man. If it's a lie, I send those chats to my pastor, even my pastor doctor also.
Who's your pastor? The pastor wed you and this girl.
Ma?
The pastor wed you and
No. Because he's my pastor. So anything is going on.
Which church?
Believers Assemblyman.
And he's encouraging both of you to be committing immorality while you are not married.
He asked us. He also said it, that in a Christianity way, that if we do not do wedding, we can't have anything like sexuality, this thing together. That before she met his wife, he encouraged us, all this kind of thing.
So after that, now go away.
So after that, I follow her. He said, after, that time she don't, you understand, before she get pregnant. So I follow her to her place, to see her. Let me talk. You will still talk your own, please. Do you hear me? Allow me to talk. So now, when she starts work new now, she don't have a new boyfriend. She don't care about me. To cook, she no fit cook. Every blessed day, I will be giving her 1,000 every blessed day. When she came back, she go come. I go still give her money. She will ask me sometimes I will be like, I beg, help me cook small rice now. She say, I'm tired, Jare, I no fit cook. She no dey get time to cook for me, but she get time to collect money to buy soup wey only she go chop. If I get home, to be able to, I don't fit even eat sef. As I see me, so if you see me, you go know say I'm lean. Yes, I know. People were asking me, even yesterday, one man called me that say, Jude, what happened to you? You see? A woman asking me.
Are you a fast person?
Before I get body.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So from there, he will say, so when I noticed that she has another boyfriend, maybe just say last 3 weeks ago, I stopped giving her money. That 1,000 I'm giving her, I stopped giving her. Because I know it's stupid. You can't cook, but you eat. You know, go even remember which good woman wake up in the morning and go ask him husband, my husband, which she go chop? He say, I never marry her, that I never paid her bride price. That's why she's doing all this thing. But in fact, she's never doing it. This and that, but now she don't get another boyfriend who is taking care of her. That she's not doing it. That she wants us to suppose that she want to go. Go, you don't want to go. Go away from me, because the oppression you're giving me is killing me inside. That's why I'm draining inside. That's why I'm drained. That's why people were asking me what is happening to me, because I'm draining. I myself, I know that I'm draining inside. She's giving me up. Then first day, I need to call my pastor. If I call him now, he will tell you. I called him. I never sleep. I said, Pastor, please pray for me. My heart was doing like this. My heart was doing like this. I just wake up, go out, come. I don't know. I don't even get myself again. So second day, I said, well, the next thing to do, I don't want to die young. She said she's no more doing it again. But the more she's staying with me, she's going to cost more than what will happen to me. Now I don't want to die young. I don't know, maybe that guy. She said the guy was an alpha. I don't want me alpha go do me something. Maybe say if I let her, I'll go feed die. He said you want to go back, go meet your boyfriend. He said no. Last 3 weeks ago, she no came home. She texted me that I should go home. I should go and take care of my son. That she left my son in the house. That I should go take care of my son. When I heard that, my head was shaking. I said, Jesus. I said, this guy no will kill me. I need to close immediately. Mommy, I need to close immediately. When I read that, she called, I don't pick because I was busy in my shop. People were plenty in my shop as I did here. So I need to when I read that it's still here, I need to go back. I need to close my shop, go to the house. When I reach house, I saw my son on the bed sleeping, lying down. My woman don't left you. I don't know where she go.
What time?
Around 9 to 10 in the night. And she no come back till daybreak. Second morning, she will come.
How old is the baby?
Next month, he will complete 1 year. Last 2 weeks ago, she did the same thing. Last week again, she did the same thing. Mommy, she left my son. She called me. I pick her call. She said, that time I was in here. I was in Milipota, this hotel over here. This hotel, where the CISO. I was in there. Me and one of my guy. But I was in. I was thinking. The guy just took me. Said, "Come, let us go and take some drink. Maybe one bottles." I followed the guy to this Milipotent hotel where they here, mommy. This is the place we came last week. Last week she did again. You see this hair she making now. I'm the one giving that money to make hair. Last week on Sunday when she want to make her hair, she said that I should give her 5,000. She want to play that. I said never. I can't give you anything. That is again. I'm doing it before, but now I will not do it again. I'll not be mumu. Where you don't do rich. You say you have a boyfriend. Fine. Your boyfriend will do all these things. The same last week, she go out. She say our guy is doing birthday for her doctor that she's going to there. She came around past 10 in the night.
And what she has a 1 year baby.
1 year baby at home. The baby, anytime I'm the one used to carry the baby from daycare. The baby will be in my shop. Can you
please go and trash that chewing-gum?
My son close 6 o'clock. I will go and carry my baby. I will leave my shop. This daycare, this is my shop. So I'm the one carrying my baby after closing time. My woman will come around anytime she want. Anytime she comes, she will be giving me explaining. Sometimes she no even back my baby said. She will be saying that code is too much, this and that, blah blah. She will be making call with the guy. She will be chatting with the. She will be busy with the guy. I remember last 2 months ago, the Mr. Emeka told her to arrest me, to take me to the immigration so that they will fit arrest me, so that she will fit took away my son.
Who is this Emeka?
Emeka. Yeah, Emeka is the man who is dragging, who is telling her.
Do you know where he is?
I don't know where she is. She said the man used to travel. She used to apply to supply this thing.
You have Emeka's number?
She have it.
Do you have Emeka's number?
Yes.
You have Emeka's number?
She will have it. I don't have it.
Okay, go ahead.
So she will be saying that this and that. So when I come notice all this, I stop everything I'm doing. So this last week, nine pay me pass. Madam, I was like, as in, mommy, As in, the thing, the thing is like she cover my face. I don't know what's happening, but now things very clear to me. She never believe that I will come to human rights that yesterday. I told her in the morning she never believe because that is what I'm telling her before. But last night she told me that she was going to human rights. Why you don't go? Why don't you go again? So that yesterday when I came here, she never believe it. When she would test me, see it there, here is a test. She tested me yesterday when I was here. The time you called her yesterday, man. She said that she said those girls advising you to rubbish go to human rights and collect my son from me. At the end, it will shock you and them. All I have to do is sit back, relax, and watch you cry. You told me your girl asked you to show me that if you go to human rights, they will collect the child from me and give to you. Even your girlfriend is an olodo like you. Why won't you rubbish when you meet your kind of people? Okay? If you want to do something, ask people who are more exposed and experienced than you. Let me lecture you a little bit. Number one, human rights will never take a sucking baby away from his mom. Number two, they will never advise you to keep him in the care of any other person when the is unavailable. Number three, you will be asked to sign an agreement to take care of his needs. Number four, at the end, you will be the one to lose. Which is, mommy, that is the day you called her. She need to go outside from the office. That her boyfriend, they are together. They're working in the same office. So she need to go out. That's why she go out. That's the way you hear noise. That's why she hear noise. That is the man. That's why you hear noise yesterday. Maybe she wanted the guy to hear that I've carried the case go this thing. So the guy was telling her that this and that. Even yesterday when I got home, I was hearing the conversation between two of them. They were talking about renting house. They were talking about renting house when she and the guy was yesterday before I entered. She know that I was in front of my domot. And they heard the conversation with two of them. They talk. When the guy they asked, she was telling the guy that they were discussing about room to rent room. So I heard everything before I entered a room. I heard everything two of them discuss. When I entered the room, they discussed a long time before she told the guy that they should chat on WhatsApp. That she wanted the guy to chat her on WhatsApp. That the conversation she started because I entered the room. I said, fine, okay, no problem. Once you don't want to do again, you cannot be staying here and be doing rubbish, leaving my son here, going out, coming back second day. You say I'm maltreating you, I'm beating you, this and that, blah blah. All this one alive. Yeah, everybody know. You might come and don't want to talk, say I raised my hand on her. Everyone said was complaining about her. Everyone was complaining about her that I never see wife marry. I never see woman, I never carry woman, I never see better woman carry. So this going, she want to go, she's not going, and she's still in my house doing rubbish, going this, do that, call this one, have boyfriend. That is what I don't want. I should not agree go. That's why I say, okay, let me woman come to the human rights. Maybe once I come to the human rights, they will settle the case whether she will go or she will stay. And to me, I don't want her to stay there, but I don't want to die young. Because of her, I'm telling you, because of her, mommy. I showed you something yesterday, man. I told you something yesterday. See, mommy, I told you something yesterday about this way, this all this mark way this like this. It's because of her. What if that afar, which they talk about, go put something for her body, and the plan say they won't come and kill me, and I slept with her, mommy. There is something they call Yoruba call magum. I could just die young. That's how woman kill husband. They don't go know what kill the man. They will say he slept, wake up. They will just bury the matter just like that. So I want her to go where she says she want to go and leave me, make her free. That's why I come to human rights. So you people will assist me and help me and put mouth in this on this matter because I'm fed up, I'm tired. The way she's saying, I say, okay, you're fine. When you don't declare that you are going, fine, woman, go. And you don't want to go, and you're seeing my house, frustrating me, giving me oppression up and down. How old am I? How many years I want use in this life? And I'll come die young. No. That's why I say I should come to the human rights. That's what make me came here yesterday.
All right, thank you. Give her the mic, let her respond to the allegation.
Okay.
Use that mic properly.
Okay.
And what is funny? Is it the allegation of you sleeping around that is funny? Or leaving the child that sound funny to you? Or turning over his emotion that sound funny to you? What is funny? Can you let us know why you are laughing?
Well, good afternoon. The reason I'm laughing uh it's not because I want to
Use the
make
mic
jest of
properly.
him. It's because most of the things he's saying are lies and he barely say the truth. Ever since I've known him, he always go around making up stories that will make people feel pity for him. And at the end of the day, it will turn out to be a lie. And that's my problem with him.
You that doesn't like, tell us the truth.
I know everybody lies, but at least there is a limit to everything.
Why?
Okay. Um, Regarding the going out, sleeping around, um, the very day why I left, I went out the other day, like he said, was when my baby was 2 months old. I'll just make everything brief. When my baby was 2 months old, when the whole thing started, he used to be very okay. When I met him, he wasn't like this. He was actually nice. That was why I we're best of friends. We used to be very close friends, but we never dated. The only reason I got close to him because he likes the way I do, and I was, though I know I'm exposed, but I'm very respectful, and I give respect to whoever is due. I don't do things out of my way because I want to hurt people. No, the when I met him, we're moving on, everything was moving on smoothly. Not until I got pregnant, I was thinking it's going to be like that. But I didn't know there is another kind of him coming. When I got pregnant, the whole thing changed. I've never been pregnant before in my life. And when I got pregnant, I wasn't ready to terminate the pregnancy or do anything regarding that. So I asked him if he wanted it or not. He said he wanted it. I had to call my sister. I wasn't myself because my parents wouldn't allow that for any reason. I called my sister. I told her, she gave me the courage that I should go ahead and talk to my friends that they might. I know my mom is a deaconess in Assemblies of God. She would never accept it. But I spoke to my pastor. She said that she would not encourage me terminating the pregnancy, that I should go ahead and talk to my parents. So she asked me if I was sure of getting married to this guy. I told her yes, because I was thinking the very person I was seeing then will still be the person I'll keep seeing. So I took him. The only reason I told my elder brother that I wasn't ready to get married yet, but I cannot terminate this pregnancy and I cannot get married because I am pregnant. Because marriage is a long time thing, it's a lifetime thing. It's not like this now. So my brother said, what I will do is just bring him, let my parents know him, so that it won't be as if I just went on the road, got pregnant, and then give birth. So I took him, I told him, for me to have this child, you have to follow me to my place, to know my place. So at least my parents should know you, that you're responsible for it. So he said, okay, he followed me, went to Port Harcourt, went to my place. The first day we went there, usually if you're coming to get married, you don't just come, get married the same day and go. No, it's not done like that. It has never been done anywhere. When I told my father I'm coming, my father said I should let him know if he's coming to. My father first of all asked me, is he coming as a marriage? Is he coming to get married to me, or he's coming to visit, or he's coming as a friend? I told my dad we are coming to visit, that he's coming with me to visit. But they didn't know I was pregnant then. He came with me, we went there together. He saw my parents, saw some of my father's siblings, everybody. They all welcomed him, they liked him. So even the day we were leaving, my father's elder brother told him that we don't know you yet. You are not married to our daughter. So therefore, I cannot call you my in-law. You're welcome, Mr. Jude. That was what my father's elder brother told him. He now told him that in Igbo land, they don't just come and get married. You have to go, bring your parents, bring anybody, an elderly person from your family, and come back if you're ready. My father's elder brother told him that I was there. I can't forget it. He told him that if you're sure you're coming to get married, it is the next time you come that will determine if you're serious or not. About the list he was talking about, he insisted on taking the list because he wants something to go home back to show his people that he came for it. And my brother told him that they can't just give you lists like that. It doesn't work like that. So he had to pay for that. Was the money he was talking about, paying for the list. They gave him the list. And ever since then, he has not called them regarding the list or going back to meet them. Even when my mom asked me, is he not coming? The person, I told my mom, don't worry, when the time comes, he will come. They didn't know I was pregnant. That was January 2020. Then February, March, before the lockdown, I traveled back because I was 3 months pregnant then, and it was really disturbing me. I had to go back to go and stay with them. So it was when I went back, my mother knew I was pregnant. She was asking me, I told her that that was the reason the young guy came with me. That it's not as if I was ready to get married. So she was like, okay, when you give birth, we will know what else to do. But for now, you cannot carry this pregnancy and go to the altar. It doesn't work like that. I said, okay. So I told my mom that don't worry, I will get married when I want to get married. When I'm ready. She was angry with me. She wasn't liking it. It was not okay with her. But I had to look for a way to talk to her about it. So that one, just when I came back, I gave birth. Okay, that was when I was about giving birth, 8 to 9 months. That was when he started changing. He complains about me disturbing. Sometimes he will tell people I'm disturbing him too much, that I'm not giving him space. So some people will tell him it's a pregnancy. Some people will tell him it's a normal thing for a pregnant person. But he kept complaining. But at some point, I gave birth. When I gave birth, he totally changed to a different person. Usually, he don't interfere in my private life, but from the time I gave birth, he go through my messages. He called people on my phone, people that I've known long time ago before I met him, people that I can call for help and they will help me. When I went to learn work in ICM, Ikeja City Mall, Shoprite. It was a friend of mine in Dubai that paid for me 6 months. He paid 60,000 naira. That when I'm done learning the work, that he will make a paper for me to come over there. He was a stylist. I was learning how to make and barb hair. So the same friend that paid for me, that was making arrangements for me to come over to Dubai, was the same person Jude called and was insulting him, asking him to leave my woman alone, stop calling her, stop texting her, this and that. This time Emeka is talking about has been someone that has been helping me for years before I met him. But he called the man, even if the man, okay, let's say they are men, but this man is way far older than him and what's more than him. But the way he
Point
speak,
of correction, don't let me watch through the public. What do you mean by what more than him? Emeka worked more than him and you were sleeping around until you had baby for him.
okay,
What kind of statement is that? You did not give birth to a child for Emeka, but you see the worthless child to go and have baby for.
no, that's not what I mean.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry about that. Okay, the same Emeka he's talking about was someone that was helping me before I met him. Then he calls them, people I can always ask for help. He calls them, insulting them, talking to them about not talking to, don't call my woman, she's my wife, she's this, don't talk to her, stop calling. He blocks contacts from my phone. At some point, there is a friend of mine, Ade, he's in London right now. He called me. They're like, Beauty, what kind of thing is it? You never told me you were a fraud. If I had known you're this kind of person, I won't be related to you for a long time. I was like, I don't understand. He said, someone called me, one Jude called me, and he told me that you guys are together, that I should send my account number, that this. I was like, no, now. I can't do that kind of thing. You've known me for a long time. I don't do that kind of thing. I didn't know that he was actually doing one kind of Yahoo thing with his friends, and they wanted to hack the man's account. That was the intention. And the man called me. He wanted me never to call him again. I've lost so many people, so many friends because of him. And yet I'm not complaining. He said he doesn't want me to get close to anybody. I should just only him. And there is no way I will just in this life, I will just only him. He's the only person I will know in the entire life. Okay, what if something comes up that I will need help tomorrow? He cannot help me in every aspect in this life. There are some people you can call to help you in every area. They can help you. But he always tell me, I know we are all human beings, we all have our levels of understanding, but most of the times I try to let him know that things are not done like that. At least, no matter how big you are, no matter how educated, how friend, how influential you are, you must need help from someone someday, and you never know where that help will come from. And he said, I don't need any help from anybody, that every help I can ever need is will come from him, that he can do anything for me at any point. And it doesn't work like that. I don't see it working like that. Okay, he blocked contact from my phone. At some point, he said he's going to change my SIM card. For what? For SIM card I've been using over 11 years before I met him. He said he was going to change the SIM card because I have a child for him. We are not married. He did not marry me. We are not married. He didn't do anything. He go around telling people he came to my village to marry me, that I'm married to him, I'm his wife. And I always correct him that we are not married, we only have a child together. He said in Yoruba land, once you give birth for someone, you're married to the person. And to me, I don't see it to be true, because in my place, that's not how it's being done. I know I have a child for him, I know. But at some point, I don't know if I'll say I regret it. That I shouldn't be using that word, but sometimes it makes me feel like I want to regret it. I liked him from the beginning. I can't lie about that. I liked him when we started. But at some point, after I gave birth, the whole thing changed. He wasn't who he used to be. He talks too much. That's his problem. He talk about me to people. There's a girl called Awawu earlier, even before I got pregnant. A girl called Awawu, you discussed me with the girl. She's just staying with me, not as if I want to get married to her. I showed the chat to two different people. They're like, no, you this one too much now. You don't, this one, you went too far. That I'm forcing myself on him, that he cannot get married to me, that I'm a wrong girl. And when he's ready to get married, that he will come for that. The Awawu is the girl he wants to marry. Then when I asked him, he was like, "Now player they follow her play, I no mean that." I say, "No, you don't joke that kind of joke. If she sees me the way you describe me to her, that's how she will take me." He said, "He apologized." I accepted. We moved along. After I gave birth, I went for Mugu. I came back. I realized that most of the time when we are together, if he gets a call, he will go outside to take the call. Sometimes if I'm in his shop with him, if a call come in, he won't pick it. A particular number, he saved it with Auntie V. So I was like, who is this Auntie V that is always calling you almost all the time? He said, na my sister. She'd always tell me update, waiting there. I said, okay. But usually, if anybody is calling him from his place, he doesn't speak English with the person. He speaks their language. So I was like, I became nervous because the Auntie V she calls almost all the time. So there was a day he logged in his Facebook with my phone. That was how I get to know about this Auntie V thing. So he didn't remember to log out, and a message came that he has gone out, he has gone to the shop. I had to log into the Facebook to check the message because it wasn't my message. So I saw the chat between him and the Auntie V that he was referring to be. So the girl is actually an Igbo girl from Imo State. Her name is Vivian. They talk about me. He tell the girl I'm a witch, how I've been bewitching him, how I've been using something for him, how I've been a bad luck to him. He said I sometimes he wakes up in the night and see me holding a knife standing in front of him. I don't think that kind of thing has ever happened. He tell the girl I steal his money. That is sometimes he will just wake up, you will see that 100,000 naira is disappearing from his account. And those things, I was reading those charts and I was crying because someone calling me bad luck. When I met him, he was actually working for someone. When I met him, he wasn't having the things he's having now. And it's barely 2 years I met him. He have a child already. He have his own shop. He has so many things. He has upgraded in so many ways, and he's calling me a bad luck. I don't see me to be his bad luck. So I felt bad. I went through, I had to read the whole of the message, even when he told the girl that I went for mogo in his place and his mom sent me back because I was rude, I was insulting, and I've never been to his place before. I went to my place. He told the girl how different bad things about me, things that I don't even think I've ever done before. He told the girl that I gave birth barely 2 weeks. His friend mentioned Francis came to sleep with me. He caught us red-handed on bed. I gave birth 2 weeks. How can someone have sex after 2 weeks of giving birth? It's not possible. Those are the things he was telling the girl. When I saw this, I had to call him. I called him back. He came from shop. He was asking me what happened. I showed him. That was what kind of message is this? What is this supposed to mean? Why are you saying ill things about me to people? So he said that I shouldn't take it to heart, that he didn't really mean those things, that it's because when I traveled, he needed a girl to be warming his bed, that he just wanted to have sex with the girl, and that's all, that it's not as if he loves the girl. So I was thinking, if you must have sex with a girl, you mustn't say all these things just to get a girl. You can always say something else to her or go straight to her instead of saying ill things about me to her. They will use me, they will make mockery of me. Sometimes you will call the girl in front of me, put the phone on loudspeaker, they will be discussing me and laughing. And those things are, I don't complain. Even some, at some point, this lady, she asked me, "Ma, why haven't you been speaking out?" I say, "Ma, I don't know how to complain, because if I feel like as I'm complaining to someone else, that person too, you have your own problem, so I can't be giving you my own problem to carry for me." I was tired of the whole thing. I had to call my, okay, I wasn't even the one that called my people. He was the one calling them, telling them that I do those things. Yet he's the one maltreating me. I'm not complaining. I'm not telling anyone. He's still the one telling people. Okay, after the Vivian thing, he apologized to me. I'm sorry, he didn't take it. So, okay, this apology now came after he had misunderstanding with this same Vivian. Vivian came to the house to fight with him because two of them was having misunderstanding. That was when she now told me the whole thing about it. We became friends, me and the Vivian. We became friends, we became very close friends. So he now started telling me that Vivian is smelling, that Vivian smells, that Vivian did. I was like, you were telling her about me, and now you're telling me about her. I don't understand. Most times, if he brings Vivian's story, I won't want to hear it because it sounds, I don't know, it doesn't sound nice to me. So he no longer talks to Vivian now. They are no longer friends. Okay, now he talks to one Grace. Why I left the other day, he said, I left the house, I left my baby at home. When my baby was 2 months old, that's why he have the mark on his teeth. He We're having misunderstanding. I just gave birth 2 months. We're having misunderstanding. So he was pulling my hair, he was dragging me back. I was trying to run away from that day. He drank, he came back drunk. He was pulling my hair. I was like, what kind of thing is this? Why are you dragging my hair? Why are you pulling my hair? You're hurting me. So he started dragging me. We're having misunderstanding. On that process, I was thinking, if I carry this boy, he will leave me, because it was midnight and he always do these things at night when people are sleeping. Sometimes he want to forcefully have sex with me by force. He want to rape me. I can count how many times he raped me forcefully without my consent. That day he was dragging me. I was shouting. We were struggling in the night, me and him. So when I carried my baby, thinking because of the baby I'm having in my hand, he's going to leave me, he dragged me. I was using one hand to hold my baby. My baby was just 2 months old. So with that hand, I was telling him, Jude, leave me. You're hurting me. I was using one hand to hold my baby. He was dragging me. He didn't look at the child I was holding, knowing, thinking if he would get hurt or not. Immediately he dragged me. If it wasn't for God, I don't know. If it wasn't for God, maybe by now he won't be alive, or maybe he would have been carrying one mark or the other. It was just a little thing. His head is supposed to hit on the wall. So with that anger, I was like, are you okay? Why are you behaving like this? He said he doesn't care if anything happened to me or the child, that he doesn't want to know. Nothing, it's none of his business. It was the anger I used to hit him. It's not as if I hit him intentionally. It wasn't intentional. I had to apologize to him. I told him that I did not mean it. I didn't know I was going to hurt him like that. I felt bad.
How many of his teeth went off?
The teeth was broken. He decided to take them off. It wasn't intentional. It
How many
was
teeth?
two. It was an accident. It wasn't intentional. And I was trying to defend me and my child. It wouldn't have happened if he had left me when I was asking him to leave me. So those are the kind of things I am avoiding now. Sometimes when he starts, I will leave the house at 11. Sometimes the other day I left the house at past 1. I had to go across to stay with my friend Mercy. She got the house in Dopemu. We work in the same plaza, almost the same office. So she was staying with her auntie in Ikorodu. She just got a one room at Dopemu. That's the place. So most of the time, I don't want to make that mistake I made before. I don't want maybe him hitting me at night and I won't wake up, or maybe hurting my child. Sometimes he will hit me. We'll start this thing in the night. I will go out. I will stay outside till 3, 4. Then I will go inside back. I will stay outside. I can't be lying because of maybe I want someone to sympathize with me. No, there is one man. He's this all these malam people that sells things there. He's always asking me wetin happen every night na only you marry, na only una marry, you no fit hold yourself. I said I cannot hold myself. Will I stay inside the house and he hit me? And I cannot be shouting for the neighbors to come and hear. Everybody will come and because we are having misunderstanding, the whole world will hear it. Most times when he start, I'll just quietly go outside. I'll go and sit down outside. Sometimes inside all those bus they used to park on the road, I'll go and sit down there. I'll press my phone till maybe 3 or 4. When I think he must have slept off, then I'll come back inside. That's the way I've been living for the past how many months now. Sleepless nights. Most times, if it starts early, maybe 12, 11, 10, I'll just leave the house. I know my baby will cope. I know that in a normal sense, I'm not supposed to leave him like that. I was not, but I have to defend myself. If anything happens at night, nobody will be there to save me or save my child. And at the end of the day, in the morning, it will be another story. And I don't want that to happen. That's why I can call her. I can call the mercy.
Why are you laughing?
I can call the mercy to ask her.
Yes,
On
I do.
Sunday, I slept in her
Why are you
place.
laughing?
God bear me witness.
That's my.
I can call her. This person he mentioned as my colleague, his name is Biola. Biola has been my friend, and it's not only him. We are plenty in the office. There is Biola, there is Leko, there is Ore, there is John, Wale. There are plenty.
Can you mention one woman that is your friend among the whole men that you are?
Blessing
the
is
only
my
one
friend.
Men are helping.
Mercy is my friend.
It's only men that help you, right? It's only men.
There are so many women that helps me. I have women friends. But he's always concerned about the male friends I have. I don't know. He has trust, maybe trust issues. I don't know. The guy in my office, because sometimes if I wake up, I'll have to attend to my child before going to the office in the morning, and I always go very late. So the guy, they've been complaining the day Mr. Shen will find out you always come late. It won't be nice. Oh, Mr. Shen is this. I always tell them, I have to tell them I have a child at home that I'm taking care of. So these things are not easy. Please, most times I give them the key. I'll say, "Ah, please now, if you could please take the key, come early tomorrow, help me to open the office." They will okay. So this Biola now, the only reason Biola calls me early in the morning, Biola is a Muslim guy. He was the one that brought up the idea. Okay, I usually go to the mosque every 5 p.m. Don't worry, I'll be waking you around because he asked me, when do you wake up? I say 7 because I breastfeed at night. Sometimes I sleep very late and I usually wake up 7 or maybe past 7. He say, beauty, why won't you come late when you wake up 7? Okay, I'll be waking you every 5 o'clock when I'm going to work. I say, okay, no problem. Sometimes he will call me more than 10 times in the morning. He will call me, wake up now. I say, okay, I'll go back to sleep. He will call me. So at some point when he started complaining, I said, okay, Biola, don't call me again. Don't worry, stop calling me. I will try on my own and I will set alarm. I'll be waking up by myself. I don't know why you keep mentioning Biola. Biola doesn't, we don't have anything in common. We are friends. And it's not only him that is my friend. He keep mentioning Biola all the time. Even because of him, I no longer talk to the guy. We no longer talk to each other. Because the guy feels that I'm pushing him to trouble because you threatened to kill him. He threatened to kill him that if he have anything to do with me, that he will make sure he kill him. The guy said, please, I don't want trouble. I don't like trouble.
How many times have you left that baby that you went out to sleep in the club?
So twice.
Twice.
Yes.
And the baby is breastfeeding.
Yes.
and you left the 1 year baby to go and sleep outside.
Yes, because I was saving myself.
You were saving yourself.
Yes.
How?
Because he always maltreats me at night. So I don't want, in a case that something will go wrong at night, maybe he hits me or I hit him, or because of anger, one bad thing might happen. So in order to save me, save him, and save the child, the best thing is leaving the house. Most of the times I sleep outside, like outside the building, till maybe late in the night, 4, 3, and I'll come inside. But sometimes I go to my friend's place to stay.
When you went to your friend's place to stay, did you go with the baby?
No, no, no. I
So why
can't
did
take
you
him
go
out in the
without the
night.
baby?
I can't. He will not allow me take him in the night, and usually I can't take him out in the night.
So if the relationship is not working out, why can't you just excuse him so that every one of you will move
Okay.
on?
I've been wanting to move out, but he doesn't want me to go. But now he's ready to let me go. He said I should go. But the reason I'm still there is because my child is still there and I can't leave him.
This is the child.
He doesn't want me to go with him. And he plans to steal my baby away with one of his sister or his girlfriend. I don't know. He plans to take my child and run away. I saw the chat on his phone. I asked him. He said that he didn't mean it. I said okay. And it's still the same girl that is asking him to come to woman right, that they are going to give him to take my child away and give to him. So he said I cannot live with the child, and I cannot live without my child. So that's just the thing.
Mr. Jude,
Ma,
do you still want this relationship?
I don't want the relationship anymore because I don't want to die young.
Which person's phone is that? Which one is making noise?
I off it. Is that I'm offing it. That's why I don't need the relationship anymore. Because as you are seeing me like this, I'm draining. This is not how I
I
am
want to
before.
ask her, give her the phone.
Take.
Are you very sure that this child is for this guy? Because both of you need to go and look for money and run DNA test to ascertain the true stand of this child, true paternity of this child. From what you have said so far, I don't think there is anything seriously bonding you and this guy. And you don't see anything wrong with infidelity. You don't see anything wrong in cheating, even if you are not married to someone. You don't see anything wrong that if you are in a relationship, you ought to be faithful, even if the person has not paid your dowry. Yes, is this your right to reserve that right to move on? And if you have seen someone better, then it's something that both of you should sit and discuss the modality. As two adults, none of you is a kid here. You are not 18, 20. If you have had phone, it is 11 years ago, add to your age, then you should be above 30 or more. Size, how small you are does not count when it comes to age. How smallish he is does not count when it comes to age. So the best bet and the best way, there is nobody outside Jude. I don't think there be no reasonable man that will listen to what you are saying. Yes, we're in the jet age, millennial age, that people don't count marriage as anything. It's just man or woman living together, and some call it a contract. And if you are done, you can move on. If you don't want, everybody should define the relationship and just get out of the home and everything. And that's what most people say marriage these days. And that's what people say what intimacy is at this present time. Otherwise, I think the only way a man will ask a woman hand in marriage is her good behavior, her commitment, her sincerity, and other valuable character. And applicable to man too. One thing is for a man to ask your hand in marriage. Another thing is for you to see the man worthy of marrying you or being responsible to be a husband. So whatever reason that ever prompted you accepting him as a boyfriend, or you cohabit with mistakenly or by deliberately, and according to you, you told him that this child belonged to him. And from your explanation, his accusation, and your response to all this, you said the child belonged to him. But from your text message you sent to him, how are we sure this child belongs to him? When you said he can only watch you cry, that you can never get hold of the child. So I think that area has to be addressed. That you guys need to conduct DNA test first to know if the child belongs to him. If the child does not belong to him, you move on because there is no relationship here. There is no friendship here. I've not seen friendship here. Talk more of any feelings from you towards this guy. He has lost two of his teeth, all in the name of being in a relationship, all in the name of being suspicious, all in the name of being with someone that is smarter than him, all in the name of an illiterate being acquainted with an educated person, all in the name of him having complex, having a relationship with you. So to save your life, because I'm not even saying either of you living long in this kind of violent relationship, unworthy relationship. Because one thing, if you have value for yourself as a woman, before you open up having sex with any man at all, the person is worthy to be your wife or your husband. If the person is not qualified to be your husband or your wife, then don't try that. Because if there is any eventuality, you cannot come to the public and say, who are you that you think I'll marry you as a wife? You are the foolish man there. Because if she's not worthy of being your wife, then you shouldn't have gone so low acquainted with such person or cohabiting with the person. And if you have seen a man not worthy of you, then you have no single reason allowing such person see your nakedness, how much more impregnating you. So if you can say this on the national TV, that Mr. Emeka or whoever wants more than this person, then you are a shameless woman. Then for you to have gone, allow this poor person, this ugly person, because I don't know your imagination, I don't know your comparison. If it is money, if it is education, if it is height, if it is size, come what may, and you feel this person is not worthy to be compared with whomever that is helping you or you are acquainted with, then what took you to this person? And you did not stop at just friendship. You went beyond having a child for him. You did not stop at having this child, let it just be between both of you. You took him all the way to your village. And you even lied in your statement, because in the first place you said your family are aware that you were pregnant, and they said no, you cannot just come in with pregnancy, that you just walk out and just walk in with pregnancy. Hence your reason of taking him there to know your parents. And your mother is a deaconess. Thereafter you state again that because you went to, because then you got pregnant and you decided to go home because you were pregnant and you were having problem, what is it called? The disturbance was much and you decided to go there because you hadn't experienced.
The only person.
Then you went there, you did not stop there. if you are not willing to marry this person and you don't see this person worthy of your class, your family wouldn't have given him any list, because giving him a list is as good as seeing him as an in-law that they have to pay for the list, and they offer him the list, waiting for him to fulfill the list and pay your dowry. So I don't know, however, that you are not a kid and you are saying all this. I know it makes meaning, no meaning to you, because of probably the kind of life you choose to live, probably the way you see things, the angles you look at things. Everybody is helping you, and you are still living with this poor man. Emeka, that is a billionaire, has not bought property for you in Banana Island. You are still living in this poor man house. Who fly to London have not been able to afford you a visa to also fly out of Nigeria to stay in London. You are still staying in this poor Nigeria. The people that you have seen that this person is blocking your way, nobody's helping, not probably this person is helping you, people have been helping you. At the end of the day, all the helps, the billion helps you've been getting, you at the end, none of your helper was able to approach you and ask your hand in marriage and married you into the house. They still help you and leave you on the street until you met this man, you took him and have a baby. And you never have thoughts of anything. You are still in the journey of helping. My dear sister, you have to retract your step, not for this man, not for Mr. Jude. Because if he's my brother, I will advise him to move on with his life. There is nothing between you and him here. There is no light in this thing called whatever. I don't know what people call it. He just has to move on with his life so that he will not die with emotional feelings. Let him go look for an illiterate like him and settle down with. At least these teeth can never be replaced again until death. All in the name of he find someone that is bigger than him and knows more than him. Every woman being have retirement time. Be you man or woman. And when you don't think of your retirement, if you are on the street, you are not on the street, if you are working, if you are not working, there is a retirement age in which you should think. And if you don't think, somebody think, your one or two person need to advise you properly. So if you want to choose to be self-employed, then be self-employed. If you are educated, it's not borrowed English you are speaking here, then choose to use your certificate for a better thing. Those that are helping you that you want, you don't wish, you don't see relationship as anything that you want to die for, you can as well be in the position of those people and be a helper to others. And that should be your dream. Your mates are managers. Your mates own shops. Your mates, some are MDs. Depends on how they moved their life and how brilliant they are. So in this life, you are looking for a helper. You don't ask for yourself to be a helper. Then your dream is still shallow. You should aim high. Who helped you for 11 years? That you have not built house, you have not bought any other land, you are not living on the island, you are not even living in the center of the mainland, you are not in anywhere, you are still in a small room with this poor man. Then there is no help nowhere. I have not seen no help. I've not seen no help. So good. Mr. Jude,
Wow.
this this is two things. You heard her, she said she want to move on, right?
Yes.
And for the fact that you are not married to her, let me tell you, no man, no mother or father can force a girl to marry someone she doesn't want. Do you know that?
Yes, I know.
Can your family force you to marry somebody you don't love?
No.
You can only marry somebody you love.
Yes.
And if you marry somebody you don't love, time will come, you will leave the person because your parents forced you to marry such person. So if her family that know who just start from the beginning. So in order for you not to start late cry, to know your stance, if the child does not belong to you, you move on with the child. If it's Emeka that have it, or if it's Emma that have it, if it's John that have it, she will not go and give to whoever. But if the child belongs to you, before you are spending and spending on the child that gets to 10 years or whatever, they say this child does not belong to you. How do you mean that the child belongs to you? Are you not seeing that I was chatting with Emeka? Didn't you see Mr. John text message? What makes you think the child belongs to you while other people were chatting with me? It will become story that touched their armpits. So for us not to see you crying back to this office, the welfare of the child must be spelled out. People go and run DNA test. When you know that the child belongs to you, you take care of your child. She move on with her life. Wherever she's going to, all you need to know where the child is going to stay with her. The child is too little, you cannot communicate with the child. Am I right? And the child that you want to see the child, both of you, with the understanding both of you are going to have, you can have a meeting point where you bring the child, you see your child. After you see the child, you give it back to her. When the child get to the age of visiting you, you can pick your child, the child stays with you, and you also release the child. Then you be communicating with the child. But that you have to know if the child is for you. Because with the story you said, and thank God, she did not lie. There's nothing she denied. It's just that maybe when you started initially, as you earlier said, that she will go to club, you don't care. So now you did not allow her to go to club again. That is one restriction. People were calling her before, you were not concerned. And probably maybe she think, okay, if she marry this person will not have problem. She can move on with her life and do whatever she likes. Maybe that is how she wants. There are some people that want to live free life, be together what is it called? That is living together. Yes, you need to flex. Yes, you live together, have your child, confirm the one that is your child. Anytime she says, even in the Western world, people are doing living like that. I am not your wife, you are not my husband, but we are living together. When the time come, they go out. In the night, the morning they come back. And both of you now, hello, hi. People that knows both of you see you as husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. That is with understanding. Maybe that is the life she wants to live. And you are disturbing her. She is not the type that want to stay for one man. And she has said it. And which is good, she want to say her mind. So keeping you, delaying you. Or as you said, you are derailing. So that you will not derail until you diminish. Hmm?
Can I say something?
Yes.
There was a statement he made one time that the only reason he's taking care of the needs of the child and the only reason he's keeping me and the child is because the baby is fine. That had it been I gave birth to a dirty child or a child that is not normal, do I think he will still keep me and the child? That was what he told me. And from there, I thought if this person can say this kind of thing to me too, I don't think I want to stay. If he doesn't want my child, he should just tell me. I can move on with him.
What we say, one, you know you are a Western woman. We will not allow you, this office will not allow you to take this person's child, if the child belongs to you, to give to John and Emeka. What we need to establish is if the child belongs to him. If the child belongs to him, we will encourage him to take care of the welfare of the child, of his child. When the child become of age, he will take his child, right? And that will not stop you to move on with your life. If the child is ugly, the child is beautiful. If he's the one that impregnated you, then he gives you an ugly child. And no child is ugly because God created everyone and created everyone equal. When the call line is 09030002484, if you care to call, we'll just have just few people that will call, will open line for. 09030002484 is the call line. Call line is 09030002484 is our call line. If you want to call in, if you have any advice on Jude, have any advice on beauty, then you can put your call across. Let me have the mic. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so well done for your good work.
Thank you.
Following this organization. The first step is that to start with, that girl is a very, you don't have any single love for this guy. And you're going to look into your family, your family is unfortunate. Then after everything, they are pregnant, they give him a gift. At the end of the day, that you're pregnant for this guy does not warrant you to live with this guy. If your family is the way you're thinking that your mother is disconnected in the church and husband, she for one should not allow you to live with this guy. Not to give birth, live with this guy up to the extent of removing his duty. After removing his duty, you are still sitting on this board, you are still in his heart. That is number one. Then if eventually that baby belongs to that boy, the girl can go. Then the boy will have first time to be coming to see his own child. When the baby grows, the baby might come back to the boy because the boy is her father or his father. This girl is not wanting to take him many times, not to come to get water. She should leave that boy before she kills that boy. Her eye, her body language, everything about her, no promiscuous. Look at the way she think her face. Maybe they are not even up to the people that will talk to her. She's not saying anything else. She's not well mannered. She should go and leave that boy before she kills that poor boy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The call line is 09030002484 is our call line. Zero 903002. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
He's calling from Abuja now.
Your name is who?
Benin, EHIS.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Please, ma'am, thank you so much for this, for your judgment and for your statement so far. I thank God that we still have people that are very, very correct in Nigeria in spite of all the things that are happening here.
Thank you, sir.
And for this girl, what you said is what Jude will do. They have to go for DNA test because Jude cannot assume that he is the owner of that child.
Yeah.
And that girl, he has to pay for the damages of removing the teeth because the face of a man or a woman is only the one we see when we describe the person as a beautiful person or as an ugly person.
Yeah.
When you know you don't like this boy, you followed him to his house, from his house you were doing what you were doing, and you accepted or you just wanted to report you of what you were doing, and you now decided to remove his teeth, and you said you were defending yourself.
Hello.
Of your defense, that you try to remove the teeth. How can you remove the first teeth, you remove the second teeth, and you are not saying that it is just that one render even the more ugly. Because this person now has spent all his life, he has spent everything for you. And those ones that are in London, that are in Dubai, that could marry you, they couldn't take you home. And you follow this way. Madam, for me, I would have want this girl to pay for that piece. The damages for removing that, the girl should pay for it. Because that boy, that girl is not even ready to marry everybody. It's not that he's not ready to marry that. He has the spirit of immorality already. That spirit is him. Thank you so much. I want to also give us a talk. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Call line is 09030002484 is our call line. Good evening, your name and where you are calling from?
Okay, my name is Edith. I'm calling from Lagos.
Go ahead.
Okay, please, thank you, Mrs. President, for this case.
Thank you.
It's all right. I just want to say something about this case. I want us to investigate what this girl is actually getting from this Jude. Because from the look of things, this Jude is not her match. He's not her match. In the sense that this Jude does not even get to where she wants to be. But my problem is, why is she still dating this guy? Why is she still with this guy? And even to the extent of getting a baby from this guy. So, the earlier the better than separated. Because from the look of things, it is not working out between the two of them. She has to do the DNA. If the baby is due to take care of the baby, and they will leave. They are not going to live together. That's my little suggestion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
09030002484 is our call line. Good evening, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Mrs. Nkiru. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, ma'am. My contribution goes to the young lady. I really want her to put herself, just let her consider herself being the young man, Mr. Jude. And she's sitting down there, smiling, while you've uprooted your fellow, your human being teeth. Before we say anything, her two teeth, I want to uproot it myself. Let me call a surgeon to remove the teeth first. Because you can't just leave the man, the young man.
Oh, sorry. What happened?
I was killed that night.
You missed the call. Please, you can call back. Good evening, your name and where you're calling from. Hello? Hello? Please turn down the volume of what you are watching for if you actually want us to communicate with us. Call line is 0903-024-84. Good evening, your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening, madam. My name is Sylvia. I'm calling from United Kingdom.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for this program. I always watch it. Never for this is the first time I'm calling.
Okay,
Because
thank
the
you.
case is a sensitive case.
Yeah.
In the first place, the girl said she don't want to marry because of pregnancy. He made that point clear. But the boy has his own fault. They are both playing out, but where I think it was the problem. The girl said the boy is cheating on her. The boy did not say it's a lie or it's true. Then she too, the boy is saying he's cheating on him. So two of them are playing games. But it became a game of who is wiser in this case. And any relationship that is dealing with domestic violence should not continue. I'm an experienced married 17 years old man who has faced abuse all the years of that 17 years. I know what it is to be abused in a relationship. The boy has a mark now because he seeks girl. He could meet the girl that has this girl. But this girl is not the man that is needing help. The boy is saying the girl is right that you have not been beating her. He didn't say that the girl was not defending herself by beating that. That is another story of another thing. So if the girl says, I'm not going to marry because I have a child for you, he has all the level and head to helping her. My advice is DNA test or no DNA test, but if you want the money to do DNA test, maybe your institution has a software help for that. I don't wish that they should start giving some money for a DNA test. I'll be your girl. Let the girl go with the baby for now. Let the boy think of how much he'll be using to support them, or if there's an amount he can be using to support them. Why the baby grow? The girl has all the world helping her. Let her go and find those people helping her. My dear small girl, I beg you. Those people are calling you and sending you messages because you are under a man. Once you leave that boy, you will be surprised that you don't have any help anywhere in this world. I'm telling you the gospel truth. So if you think a maker and the one is the name of all this world, all the world helping you, the one in the mind go and learn work, you want to take it to buy. Why have they not done that till now? You are still under this boy. Since you cannot return your time to stay with him, give him chance. If in future you want to marry now or he's still interested in you, fine. But for now, go out there, rent a house, pay bills, live alone without your child. Let me see how many help all these people in London and Dubai and wherever they are will give you be rendered. Men can only be wishing to buy you heaven and earth when you are under another man. Pull out and become 100% their responsibility. You'll be shocked that one couple, even they will not pick your phone again because you are now alone on their neck. human rights concerning the situation you are facing. Don't use sentiment to stay in that marriage or relationship or what two of you have, I don't know. The baby, your own or not your own, give her for now because you too security is affecting you. You too have your own in your back. So give the her and let her go and meet the one that will help her. Until she realizes her health is not there, she will know that there is no time. Are you less than 30 from what you are saying? You cannot be a less than 30 years old here, or let's say 25. So how many years do you think you still have to play around to go into marriage again with all those people in Dubai and London that have been helping you all the years? So my sincere advice is let them separate because they don't have any common ground in that relationship. Let everybody go their separate ways. Let the youth find money to be supporting. But if there is money for the NHS, fine. But if there is no money, there is no need wasting time on the NHS. Let that girl that has all these people helping give time. Let this boy think of way forward on the future itself. You have a time. Anybody can have a time for anybody. That does not make people become a wife to somebody else. You don't fight your love. Stay with innocent boy. Turn him around everywhere. Then make him look stupid before your so-called millionaire people helping you. And take it publicly. Ridicule him publicly. What are you using to compare him with all those people that are helping you? You are not, if I'm in Lagos today, I will come there, this hell out of you. What do you mean by what? I said, let me not take matter personal. Thank you, my sister. Just do your best and see how they should separate. Everybody should go their way. That is my final opinion. Thank you so much. God bless you. Continue to love your way.
All right, thank you. Call line is 0903 2484 is the call line. Your name and where you are calling from?
Okay, my name is Joy and I'm calling from Agbado.
Okay, go ahead, Joy.
Okay, please, I want to state something very clear.
Okay.
Because it seems like there is a misconception somewhere.
Okay.
These two parties involved, I want to ask a question to the male. The male said something very catchy. He said that he picked the girl from the street and then the lady in question was a club lady. I want to know in between the time he met her when she was doing that and in between the time he married her, what was the time frame? Because you don't expect to pick money from the club or from the street and expect her to act as an angel. Was he expecting? What is the connection between two of them? What led to two of them coming together? How did they come together? You are led that somebody goes to club and she's a street.
Hello, did we miss
You
you?
picked her from the street and the club, and now you say she's flirting. What do you expect from a club person? So why did you go and put her in the family way when she's a club person and you want her to behave like a housewife now? So we should ask the guy that question. How come about you pick somebody from the club and you want the person to be a saint? Then secondly, you don't sow corn and you expect to eat a reap cassava. This should have been his expectation from the onset that the lady will behave like this. That being said, I want to put it to say that the guy is not satiable. He's not satiable. Because the lady himself mentioned the issue of domestic violence, where he said it was dragging her, which led to her breaking her. This is not to cite anybody. But when the foundation is faulty, there's something we don't expect the construction to be right. There is a problem somewhere. So what should happen is both of them should go their separate ways. I don't know what he was expecting when he picked a girl from the club. So, President, please, I want you to look at this matter. It is a very delicate matter. The lady in question, when she was herself, was saying that the guy was talking to some girls that she's deflecting. She herself, the man is saying that the girl herself is deflecting. What is the bone of contention? It's a very clear statement. Let them separate. If he says that the baby is not his child, they should go for a DNA. And if they go for a DNA, then it's a simple case. They separate. If the baby is for him, the baby must be with the custody of the mother. until they have certified that the baby has grown enough to go to the father and based on his own decision or choice. So please, let us look at this case very carefully. These are two young people, and I really commend your sense of judgment and discretion. But let us help them to understand that they have made a wrong choice from the onset. So they should not expect that the dividends will be palatable. So the guy should not expect to reap corn because for me, I feel he's lying somewhere. How did he come in contact with the girl when he knows he's the club girl and now he's expecting her to behave well?
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, President. Have it.
And you too. Okay, briefly, maybe you may not really understand. Let me clear this air. There is, even in the Bible, I think the prostitute in the Bible use the most expensive oil. Sorry? Alabaster oil on the feet of Jesus. And Jesus never see her and judge her based on her lifestyle. But Jesus judged the lady based on her attitude. That someone is a slut or somebody try to live rough life or street life or wayward life or club life, however you call it. That doesn't mean the person cannot be a good wife if she chooses to give her life to Christ. There is nothing that is impossible. I've seen several people that they have married as a virgin, but they turn out to become the worst wife that the person ever married. So that we cannot judge based on that. It's a choice, and if the person accepts Christ and draw close to God and live any street life he or she chooses to live. We have seen several men also that live on the streets. It's not every man that are also qualified to be a husband. So it's two way. We have seen men prostitutes, same way you see women prostitutes. We have seen club men, same way you see club women. So that doesn't mean he's not expected to have a better attitude from her. Good afternoon, your name and where you're calling from. Sorry?
Yeah, please, I want to comment on this issue now. I'm listening to it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Angel. I'm coming from Finland.
Okay.
By me looking at these two people, like the girl, she said that she's an Igbo girl.
Sorry?
And she said that her mom, the girl said that she's an Igbo girl.
Yeah.
And she said that her mom is either an evangelist from Assemblies of God. My dear sister, you know, one thing like I noticed now that all these young girls, they don't even know the meaning of marriage and the boyfriend. You met somebody as your boyfriend, you took him to your place, and you knew, as she said, that she did it because she's already pregnant and she don't want to terminate the baby. And your mother, the woman of God, she never guided you. She didn't tell you, my daughter, what you are doing is very wrong. And you want to destroy this poor boy's life. That's how I'm saying it, because a lot of things are happening in Nigeria now. You are a young girl. You have future. You are working. You are making your own money. You have your son. There's some people, like, they are crying, weeping day and night to have a baby. And you have the money to leave that poor boy and go and stay outside from 3 a.m., from 12 a.m. till the next day. My dear sister, you are a wicked person. A baby that is not even up to 1 year, and the mother is alive, and you have been breastfeeding her. You have the mind.
Don't even try it here. I kept you quiet. Don't even interrupt nobody. But you are nobody when you were talking and people kept you quiet. Go ahead.
So, my dear sister, you don't have to do that. A baby that you are breastfeeding, and you leave him for a day, don't you know that your the breast milk would have spoiled? But your mother, she didn't teach you, she didn't taught you that. There's a day you can leave your breast milk. By giving the boy the breast milk, much for your working well. And no, the way she's behaving, she cannot change. But the problem, she just move ahead. Thank God she's working, he has his own business, so he can be helping the child if it's really easy. So, because she was saying that she has many friends that have been helping her. Those are Europe, the other America is there, he's even better than this one. Then what are you doing with this one? That you know that he's a poor boy, he's nothing. And you are moving with a millionaire. So you go with America and leave this poor boy alone. A lot of kids are still doing this mistake. And you have been watching this program because you said to the guy that even if he came to woman rights, that they will not even give baby to him. And not doing this program. So you never learn anything. You have been watching this program. You know how drama like everybody is treating everything that's out here. So you didn't learn anything because I didn't you learn something. You wouldn't have used that word against this guy. Mommy, may God bless you anyway. Let me leave others to contribute. Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome. All right, Jude.
No.
What happened to your teeth? Because she never told us what happened to that teeth. I'm coming to that.
Okay, ma.
Your name and where you are calling from?
Good evening, ma. I'm Emmanuel. I'm calling from Gabon.
Gabon, go ahead.
What I want to contribute about this issue is that, madam, I'm sorry for telling you this. We have to stop encouraging this type of situation because it's growing too much in this our country, Nigeria. This will make this will make people will no longer talk of paying bride price or dowry. Normally in our own culture, even in the Bible, as long as you did not pay for a bride price, any child, any pregnancy, the child does not belong to you. So let us stop this and just see how it's supposed to be. Because everybody will have, after this one, this guy will go and impregnate another girl and take the child free. That's not how it's supposed to be. This girl has parents, a mother that carried her 9 months and suffered and trained her. And another man will come and pick her as a wife free because deliberately he just decided to have a misunderstanding with her, or maybe, I don't know, in order to collect the child. Because what is going on is what I don't understand. So, you did not pay her price, even initially, according to what the girl said. That the boy told her to abort the baby, and she refused. And when they went at home, at her village,
Hello,
she didn't
sir.
present the boy as husband.
Hello, sir.
So, yeah, madam, listen.
Please go and watch the video very well because you are misunderstanding the whole thing. That was not her statement, neither the statement of the guy. The lady said she has never been pregnant in her life and she never intended aborting the pregnancy. She never said the guy said she should abort the child. He said she had never been pregnant in her entire life. And when she took him, she don't want to abort. Please go and watch because they speak English there.
Yeah, madam, even if that's the case.
You just 1 second. How did you lose your all those things?
Okay.
On the mic.
Thank you, ma'am. What happened to my teeth is that the day I asked her about the relationships between her and Mr. Emeka, that same night, she's trying to drag with me, this and that. She's angry with me. That's why am I asking her a question that what am I going to do? Blah blah blah. A lot of things. I just bought my son a toy. She used because of out of anger. She took the toy. She just used it and knocked me. Before I know, I was like bleeding. As in my 2 teeth removed from here, from my front here, from my front teeth. I think it was just a small wound. When I tried to touch my teeth, I was like 2 teeth is dancing inside there. She was crying. Jude, I told you, she didn't. But I was just trying to follow her, to play with her. But she insists. She said that I should not touch her. That she will wound me. Oh. She's even telling me. So I said, but baby, what's wrong with you now? Just like to just make her to laugh, to be happy.
Happy that you say somebody is cheating with you.
I'm simply like I'm.
I said you are happy.
Once I see that she's angry, I always try to,
Jude,
ma.
don't go and hang hand in the left. Don't take your hand, because if you try to climb a ladder that is longer than you, that ladder may fall on you and kill you.
I thank God there was one of my neighbor that she go and call that night.
But you talk all this story from the beginning to the end. You never mention how you lost your teeth. We thought this is how your teeth have been. You have lost teeth in this relationship. You never see anything bad until she plucked one of your eye. You will not see another thing bad.
She always mentioned that.
A blind man.
She almost mentioned
then
that.
You will leave this woman back to her street.
I made a mistake. A big mistake. She always mentioned that she will still remove one of my eyes. She always mentioned that. She always mentioned that she will still remove one of my eyes.
What do you want to do with your teeth now?
It's because I have a lot of this thing as an expensive, so I'm facing a lot of things. Do this, buy that, buy this. Even from our family self, I'm still going to you understand to just to you understand.
Good evening, your name and where you are calling from.
I'm planning to fix my teeth back.
Good evening. I'm Prince. I'm calling from Sanda.
Go ahead.
Oh, there's something you need to have.
I
The guy said something about giving a list and pay all for the items inside for the dowry.
Sorry, we can't hear what you are saying. Your phone is too faint. I can't understand. I can't hear what you are saying. I think we're expecting just 2 calls to end this call on this very case. All right. Yeah, okay. Your last caller, good evening, your name and where you are calling from.
Good evening, ma. My name is Adams. I'm calling from France.
Your name is who?
My name is Adams. I'm calling from France.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, what we are saying, what the program we are doing, God bless you, ma'am. God bless you. The issue here is that the girl there, the young girl there, honestly, you can see, she is not even ready to listen to whatsoever advice anybody is saying. She's really smiling. You see, I visited Nigeria in 2019. What I saw with my eyes, even in the big hotel where I sit, these small girls like this, they will just dress and come to the bar of the hotel. And what they do, I can't just imagine. Even now that we are talking, this thing is just an advice. You are looking for solution for way out. She's really sitting there smiling, like everyone is wasting his time. I don't know what is happening in Nigeria. It's really scary. The thing is scary. It's a pity that these things are happening. I wonder if there's a corner that talk about that when you see a girl on the street. So does that mean that somebody on the street cannot change, or nobody will marry them, or what? So this guy did anything wrong marrying her, even if this guy comes to her life. Is it an offense? If she happens to be on the street, and this guy is on the street, that is where they meet. Anybody can meet his wife anywhere. So why to blame the guy because you pick somebody from on the street that the guy should not expect anything from her? What a job is that? You can imagine an elderly lady talking like, you can imagine the society where we are. Please, man, continue to advise them. Talk to this girl if she can listen and open her ear and hear what you want to be. The last advice you have for them. But if a kid can
Your last caller. I want to put this record straight. One, this lady made mention of her mother is a deaconess in Assemblies of God Church. If this lady don't sound respectful, if she's not just a wayward, complete wayward girl, for her to come to national TV to make mention of her mother that is a deaconess and church that the woman is, this shows that she had lost guard right from, I don't know how old, she might even be older than me here. Forget how you look at people, whether they are small in stature or anything. 11 years she's using phone. Did you ask me if I started using phone 11 years ago? Then with her nonchalant attitude that she's displaying here, the only grace that will make me not to arrest you from this office today over this guy tick which you will replace is for the fact that the child, you have just a child of 1 year. But even if the justice is delayed, it can never be denied. So that your claim that you are claiming you are trying to defend yourself and your child, in no time will come for that, and you will still go to the law court to explain that better. Then those that you are counting on that is helping you, they should make enough of their money ready to hire a son for you, because you are the most, I just don't want to, because of you, make comments and offend my viewers. Otherwise, on a normal day, I don't think you will sit in front of me and portray this stupid character of yours here. You have no reason to even bring that innocent woman to the public to come and mention that she's a deaconess and the church is going, because you are the wayward person here. She trained you, you decided to train yourself. So for you to bring the name of that church open and bring that woman, innocent woman, to the public, that alone shows that we are not responsible. A daughter of a deacon, do you know what it takes, how long it takes, and how committed somebody will be in a church, Assemblies of God Church, to be made a deaconess in the church? And the daughter is this kind of you? And even if they are to be tempted, you must be the devil in their family, that you don't have any regret, you don't have shame. Come what may, evil people, evil sloth that stand on the road and go naked, stark naked, nude on the streets, they still have reservation. If not, let's forget that they have lost their brain. They will still have a flashback that they have one or two person in the family that they need to respect. The name is not for you alone. You are representing the family, not for you. So anytime you are portraying this stupid character of you, don't mention any member of your family, because I believe your mother will never encourage you to live this kind of life you are living. You have no regret, you have no respect, and you have no shame. You are disgracing women. I don't think you realize where you come to. The saving grace while I'm quiet over your matter this evening is that innocent child that you brought into this office. Otherwise, I will get you arrested today and I will charge you to court on Monday. Then if they bail you from prison, you come to the world and explain that stupid excuse you are giving. What makes you think they cannot even arrest you if you talk with somebody's emotion? Are you supposed to do that? You have family, and I know you have siblings, you have father, his parents that brought you up, and you came here to come and disgrace them. If you're my younger sister and you go to national TV to go and mention my mother, do you think I will leave you? What kind of woman being are you? Your brother is involved, your father is involved, your diagnosed mother is involved, and you think you don't have shame, they don't have shame, and their church should watch you, that their daughter is on national TV mentioning them how she took it for a man in Lagos. They did not marry, and you come to this and tell the whole world how you are friendly men here and there. He did not marry you, this and that. Dowry is dowry. But a woman that chooses to be responsible, even when dowry is not paid on you, you will still be responsible. I've seen several married women that they pay their dowry and they're still flirting here and there, disgracing women. And I've seen some people that they did not pay their dowry, they are still very responsible in that relationship. So it's a choice. It's honorable to be married properly. But I believe it's not everybody that know the worth of dowry. But some, because some, many, not even some, are married and they're still flirting and betraying their marriage vow. How come here and talk that nonsense? You are representing everybody here, and you are representing African women. And I don't know the place you have crossed. Which border have you crossed? That you turn a wire, you now become a wild cat. You chew chingon, you turn left, you turn right. People are talking, you want to interrupt them. How dare you? I've said it. The best option, they'll bring undertaking, both of you will sign. Go your separate way. You get me?
Yes.
You move on with your life, and she equally move on with her life. Because I would not want you to kill her, neither she kill you. There's no relationship here.
Sorry.
And until both of you afford money to run DNA test of the child, if you say the child belongs to him, write it here that the child belongs to him. If the child gets of age, he can come and claim his child. Then you take care of your child. Sorry, we cannot pick more calls anymore. Because all right, thank you viewers for being very. I apologize if I raised my tone, but I couldn't bear it anymore. And then we cannot just fold our hand, watch all this thing happening without um, calling them to order. As it is, both her life and the life of this young man is at risk. So encouraging them or leaving them to allowing them to live together is as good as wanting them died or calling for early grief, which is not proper. This cannot work. The guy cannot fold his hands watching her to go about. And she also don't need this controllable attitude of the young guy. See, hence I believe she had not found love yet. If she sees love, she may eventually submit to who she loves. So as it is, because of the sake of the child and for the safety of both people, my peaceful advice for both of them to go their separate way. Thank you for being with us. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your weekend. Well done.